Memorial Day barbecues have come and gone. We're back for SPFL action. We're out in Tiffin, Iowa, where your Iowa Nighthawks will take on the Midwest Rampage as the Rampage still look for their first win on the season. Welcome into the broadcast booth up here at Clear Creek Amana High School, everyone. Trevor Racci along the ride for you guys. Gorgeous stadium that we've got here as the Iowa Nighthawks gear up for a rematch from Week 3 against the Midwest Rampage, except this time we're on Midwest's home turf. Well, actually, it's their second home turf. Looking at the last couple of results, the Midwest Rampage still the Midwest Rampage have been shut out for the last 8 quarters, and your Iowa Nighthawks have been had a not such a dominant win over the Central Iowa Chiefs, but it was a win nonetheless. Offense got off to a little bit of a slow start, but they picked it up in the start of the second half. And Kevon Bickham with the trick play touchdown reception that put the game basically out of reach for the Nighthawks. As we gear up for Week 6 from Clear Creek Amana. I don't even know where I was going with that. Excuse me, folks. We get ready for Week 6 of the SPFL season. 4 games left for the Iowa Nighthawks on the season. We will be back in about 15 minutes' time as we start Week 6. Coin toss is currently happening at midfield of Clear Creek Amana. As the Nighthawks still warm up here on the left side of the field. Or on the north end of the field, I should technically say. Field's running north to south. One benefit of Iowa's football field. Coin toss goes in favor. I think it went in favor of the Nighthawks. Don't quote me on that, but that just might be the No, okay, so the Rampage won, they deferred. Nighthawks, so the Nighthawks will open up with the football. So the Rampage won the toss, they deferred. Iowa football to start the game, folks. Week 6 about to get kicked off here from Tiffin, Iowa, just outside the Iowa City region, home of the Hawkeyes for the NCAA. As the Rampage will kick off to the Nighthawks to open Week 6. Trevor H.E. here along with you. Glad to be back after the Memorial Day break. Was able to watch racing all the Sunday prior, so except for the Monaco Grand Prix. That's the only race I didn't get to watch. So gorgeous view that we've got here. I can actually see the entire field from the window that I'm looking out of. So that's always a plus. And we welcome you back to the SPFL. Week 6 is underway, and the ball's loose, and the Rampage. No, the Nighthawks do end up getting the ball. No, the Rampage recover. A surprise onside kick, and the Rampage will start with the football. What a turn of events to open up Week 6. The Nighthawks, who elected to receive, won't even open up the game with the ball. Interesting. Honestly, kind of a gutsy call by Midwest, though. I can't even lie. Last 2 games, they've been held off the scoreboard. This is a game that they need to find points. We've got a little bit of a pause here. What? Ref is... Oh, we've got a rookie chain gang, so bear with us when it comes to the down and distance. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 49. Quarterback is Clay Krause. He's going to take the snap, hands it off, and Eli Emery, Devontae Humphrey, and 2 other Nighthawks were there to deny the run. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Dannon Hugh was the one on the run. Second and 11. Blitz up the middle, nearly intercepted by Tahan Fountain, but it was caught, but only a 1 yard gain. Craig Willingham II, who played quarterback up in Newton against the Nighthawks, he's playing receiver this time around. He gets the ball back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down and 10 for the Rampage. Go over the jerseys for you guys real quick so that way the people that are watching know who's who. Your Iowa Nighthawks will be rocking their black helmets with the yellow jerseys, yellow pants. And the Rampage will be rocking their all blacks. Black helmets, black jerseys, black pants. Orange numbers for the Rampage with white stripes on the shoulders. Nighthawks will be rocking black numbers with red and yellow striping that go from the bottom of the pants up to the middle. 3rd and 10, takes the snap, throws left over the head of the receiver. It's incomplete. 4th down, 10:09 left to go here in quarter number 1. Be 4th and 10 from the 44-yard line. I think I said the 49 earlier. My bad. 4th and 10, the Rampage are going to go for it. Takes the snap, blitz up the middle, pass over the middle, and it's almost intercepted. Kane Krizik diving in, he almost snags it, but it doesn't matter. It's 1st and 10 for the Nighthawks as they get a 3-and-out and a defensive stop. Nighthawks will take over at their own 44-yard line. Dylan Van Leuven, quarterback for your Iowa Nighthawks. Takes the snap, hands it off to Tate Glaspie. Or Mason Russell, excuse me. Glaspie's 89. Or 84. That was 34. So Mason Russell with the run. There's a penalty marker down on the play. And it's going to be holding on the Nighthawks. So back it up from the 44 back to the 34. So the Nighthawks will be 1st and 20 from their own 34-yard line. Clock begins to run. 9:55 left to go here in the quarter. Dylan takes the snap, looks right, overthrows his receiver. Tommy Lagarde was the intended target, and Tommy just stopped running the route. He's 2nd down and 10, or 2nd down and 20, excuse me. 9:44 left to go here in the first quarter. And if anyone wonders why I'm updating the clock in real time, a clock operator, Colby Cook, he's back along with his girlfriend, Michaela Fetters, who's operating the camera. I'd like to thank those two for coming out with me for a second time in a row. Dylan takes the snap, pitches it to Frederick Griggs. Griggs, he breaks one tackle, sheds another, and he steps out of bounds right before the 50-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 4. So good run by Frederick Griggs, the newcomer who joined the team right before our game up in Blairsburg, Iowa. He gives the Nighthawks their first positive yardage of the ball game. Dylan's going to have 3 receivers to the left. He's got 1 to the right and a running back to his side. Dylan takes a snap. Quick pitch over. He's got his man. Runs out of bounds. That's Peyton Stovers. And that's a Nighthawk first down. Stepped out of bounds, 9:31 left to go in the first quarter. A little bit of a hot one out here today. Kickoff temperature 84 degrees here in Tiffin, Iowa. Dylan hands it off to Frederick Griggs. Griggs almost split the defense like Kenny Wu on Mighty Ducks. But he does get another Nighthawk first down. And we got a train going by just to the south of the football field. So if anyone hears the train, that's where it's coming from. Almost looks like the same train that we saw when I was up here about a couple hours ago. Dylan takes a snap, gives it out to Roberto Santillan. Gain of about, waiting for the marker. Gain of 9. Roberto Santillan with a 9-yard reception. Be 2nd and 1. Ball inside the Jersey Freeze red zone at the 19. Dylan, it's got 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, puts a man in motion, hands it off to Kevon Bickham. Bickham tries to make a couple men miss, but it's going to be a long loss. Loss of about maybe 10. Wait. Okay. The down and distance marker's a little confusing since it's newbies. Can't hate on the newbies. So they're learning. So it'll be 2nd down and a 2nd down and 12, I would think. Now it's going to be 3rd down. 3rd down and 13. Ball be just outside the Jersey Freeze red zone at about the 23-yard line. Pass to Tommy Lagarde was incomplete from Dylan Van Leuven. So it'll be, like I said, 3rd down, 13, 7:13 left to go here in the first quarter. Roberto and Frederick out to the right. Pass overthrows Roberto. 4th down coming up for the Nighthawks. As they're going to send out Carter Heasley on to kick for the Nighthawks. Looking to add the first points of the ball game for the Nighthawks. Be about a 40-yard kick. Actually, it'll exactly be 40 yards. Tate Glassby the holder, Carter Heasley the kicker. Snap's good, holds good, kicks on the way, and it's way left. 7:25 left to go on in the first quarter. We still do not have a score to report. Game opened up with a surprising onside kick that caught the Nighthawks just slightly off guard. Rampage back out on offense. Craig Willingham the second moves in motion. Snap, hand up, snap to the quarterback. Option play, and that just didn't go anywhere. Tried to pull the bag of tricks against the Nighthawks was the Rampage. Just nothing brewing on that one. 2nd and 10. Ball will be at the 22-yard line. we getting timeout by the Rampage? We did. Timeout Midwest. They're down to 2 timeouts left. Be 7:20 left to go in the quarter. And the Nighthawks are gonna bring their defense over and talk about what they're gonna do next. Josh Christensen, the owner and head coach of the Midwest Rampage, he's out there giving his team a pep talk. Clay Krause. Quarterback for the Rampage. He's got 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Krause takes the snap. It's going to be a QB keeper. A gain of about 5, maybe 6 for the Rampage. Clock will continue to run. 3rd down for the Rampage. After their first down play went, I don't even know how to describe how that first play went. I mean, heck, the Nighthawks dug into the bag of tricks when we were up in Blairsburg, so why not, right? Whatever you can do to get points on the board, by all means. Midwest actually has a lot of more of their players that this week than they did when we were out in Newton. Takes the snap. There was like a lot of movement on both sides. Ball's out! But they're going to rule it incomplete. Fourth down for the Rampage. I really thought that was a catch, but I don't think he made enough of a quote-unquote football move in order for it to be called a catch. So it'll be 4th down and 4, and I think the Rampage are going to kick it. It is Clay Krause. No, that's not. Is that 8 or 6? That is an 8. That is Isaac Hahn out there to kick the ball away for the Rampage. Frederick Griggs back here. Or no. Yeah, Frederick Griggs back here on kick reception. And he didn't go down. He got tackled. Was not ruled down. Tried to continue, but just couldn't find any forward progress after being taken down. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Nighthawks at the 43-yard line. Dillon takes the snap, gets it off to Tate Glaspie. Glaspie tries to run over some Rampage players, could not, but he is going to get a solid 6 yards out of that. It'll be 2nd and 4. Dylan Van Leuven's got 2 receivers to each side of him with a running back to his right. Takes the snap, hands it off to Peyton Stovers, and Stovers is going to run over a Rampage player, and he's going to get a 1st down for the Nighthawks. Or not Stovers, Mason Russell, excuse me. Still affiliating numbers with names. Apologies, folks. Dylan's going to put 3 receivers on the right side, 1 to the left. Takes the snap. Hands it off. That's Kevon Bickham. Bickham tries to make something out of nothing. And he gets maybe 2-3 yards on the play. They're only going to give him 2. So second down at 8 at the 41-yard line. Be 5:25 left to go here in the first quarter. Bleachers on the other side look like a bunch of Nighthawk fans decided to make the trip out. To the ones that end up watching this later, we appreciate the support. Thank you for coming out to Tiffin with us. Dylan takes a snap. He's got Tate Glaspie. Tate's going to get taken down, but it will be enough for a Nighthawk first down. Five minutes left to go here in the first quarter. As Dylan breaks the huddle. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. And that is Eli Emery at running back. But we are going to get a Rampage timeout with 4:45 left to go here in quarter number 1. Down to their use both timeouts in the first quarter. Dylan Van Leuven breaks the huddle from the sideline. 2 receivers to each side. Eli Emery at running back. Hands it off to Eli Emery. And the ball's out, picked up by the Rampage. That's Tyreek Keeney with the return, with the recovery for the Rampage. As both the Nighthawk drives come to a stall. And the Rampage will take over with 4:40 left to go here in the first quarter. Could definitely tell there's a lot of rust on this Nighthawks team after that bye week. Clay Krause back at quarterback. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Quarterback keeper, and Tahan Fountain just comes in and blows him up at the 40. They give him the 41. I mean, he did make it to the 41. Rampage break the huddle. 2 receivers to the right side of the line, 1 to the left. And now they move a receiver out from the line to the left. So it's 2 receivers to each side. Clay Krause at quarterback. Takes a snap, fakes the pitch, and that absolutely faked out Devontae Humphrey at D-line. It'll be 3rd down for the Midwest Rampage. With 4 yards to go to the first down. First down markers right at the 50-yard line. Formation has got 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Krause takes the snap. Looks right. Overthrows his receiver a little bit. Pass falls incomplete. It'll be 4th down and 4 for the Midwest Rampage. Punting unit coming back on for the Rampage. Receiving unit coming on for the Nighthawks. Isaac Hahn back out there to kick the ball back to the Nighthawks. Frederick Griggs back near the 15-yard line. Would not surprise me if Midwest tries to pull a fake here. They did surprise the onside kick. Wouldn't be surprised. Nearly gets blocked. They do punt it away, though. Ball will bounce down at about the 27-yard line. Nighthawks will take over. 2:47 left to go here in quarter number 1. Nighthawks come back out on offense for the third offensive possession of the ball game. Dylan Van Leuven, 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Dylan takes a snap, picks it out to Kevon Bickham. Bickham tries to make a man miss. He almost does, but he gets chopped down at about the 35-yard line. They're going to mark him just short of the 35. It'll be 2nd down, and they're going to say 2. It's a long 2. Actually, no, it's about an exact 2, actually. Dylan, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Mason Russell at running back. Dylan takes the snap, pitches it to Tate Glaspie. Glaspie tries to bounce to the left side. It will be enough for a 1st down. Tate goes out at about the 40-yard line. Ball's marked just prior to the 40-yard line. Dylan breaks the huddle. 3 to the right. 1 receiver to the left, 3 to the right. Dylan takes a snap. Rolls right. He's got a man deep down the field. It's caught! Peyton Strovers! Deep shot down to the 15! They mark him at the 17. Nighthawks trying to go quickly. 2:20 to go on the clock. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Dylan takes a snap, but we've got whistles. And it will be a Nighthawks timeout. First of the half. Honestly, a really good time to use that. Talk it over. Big play. Peyton Strovers with a deep reception. He just couldn't break off the defender. I didn't even get the number for the defender on that play, but he was right there to haul down Strovers to prevent what would have been a deep shot touchdown. First and 10 for the Nighthawks at the 17-yard line. Dylan's got 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Got Mason Russ. No, he's got Frederick Griggs at running back. He moves him out to receiver. Dylan takes a snap. He's throwing over. That's Kevon Beckham! And it's rolled incomplete? Man, I wish I had a replay on that because I want to know if he actually caught that, but fortunately we don't have the technology for that, so refs get the last call. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 17. Good play to Kevon Beckham. Would have been his 2nd straight game in the end zone. I want to see a shot to Tommy Lagarde. I want to see a shot to number 2, Tommy Lagarde. I haven't seen him in the end zone. Didn't see him in the end zone when we were up in Blairsburg. I want to see him in the end zone this time. Dylan. Incomplete pass, but there's a penalty marker down. Clock will stop with 1:59 to go. We get the ruling here. Watching the ref just to see if... Just to get the call here. So it's a personal foul, hands to the face on the Rampage. And since the ball's within the 20, it'll be half the distance to the goal, and it should be an automatic first down, which means we are 1st and goal for the Nighthawks at the 9-yard line. Clock will not run off of a defensive penalty. So 1:59 on the clock. Clock will start on the snap. 3 receivers right, 2 to the left. Dylan takes the snap, rolls right, and nearly throws a pick. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't even know who that ball was to. I know that there was a receiver for the Nighthawks in the vicinity. I did not catch the number. So, 1:54 to go as pass will fall. As the pass falls incomplete, stops the clock as usual football rules. 2 receivers to each side. Frederick Griggs at running back. Dylan takes a snap, passes over. Roberto Santian sheds 1 tackle. Can't shed another. It'll be 3rd down, but he does get about 4 yards. So it'll be 3rd and 5. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 5. All right, what do we got? Do we have a penalty on the ground? Yes, we do. I thought I saw a face mask penalty against the Rampage. So it will be a fresh set of downs for the Nighthawks. Ball will be placed half the distance. Oh, we have face mask call on the Rampage. Ball will be placed at the 3, first and goal for the Nighthawks. Dylan, he's got Eli Emery back there at running back. They're going to try that again. Dylan's going to take it himself. And he walks it in! It's a Nighthawk touchdown! Dylan Van Leuven said, I'm going to call my own number. And he walks it in for the first score of the ball game. Minute 39 to go. Nighthawks 6-0 as we await the PAT by Carter Heasley. Tate Glassby the holder. Snap is good. Hold's good. Kick on the way. And it's good. 7-0. Iowa opens the scoring late in the first quarter. As we finally got things rolling here in Tiffin, Iowa. Clock's having a little bit of a malfunction. I'm going to fix that here at the start of the second quarter. Carter Heasley kicks the ball back to the Rampage. As Rampage can't pick it up cleanly. And he's running backwards. He's finally going to have a little bit of green grass ahead of him. Gets tripped up, and he's going to go down at about the 25. Dagon Michaels with the return. Picked it up from the far side of the field, ran back to about the 10-yard line, and he got up to about the 25. Looks like clock issue is working very well, so. So, minute 26 left to go. The Rampage will get the ball back. He was rolled out at the 24-yard line. As the Rampage set up trying to spark their offense. Clay Krause takes a snap, throws over the middle. He's got a wide open receiver breaking free up the middle of the field. Biggest play for the Rampage against the Nighthawks, as it basically cuts the field in half. Dagon Michaels. Reception over the middle and a lot of green grass in front of him. Justin Maggard was the one that ran him down. So it'll be 1st and 10, 55 seconds left to go here in the quarter at the Nighthawk 32. Krause takes a snap, and we've got Laundry on the field. And it looks like it's going to be a false start against the Rampage. So back it up from the 32 to the 37. .49 seconds left to go here in quarter number 1. Definitely say the weather in Iowa today is a little considering the fact that the Canadian wildfires have produced a little bit of a haze over Iowa this weekend. So that's probably where all the heat's coming from. Clay Krause went to pass it, pitches it off. Tahan Fountain runs him down. That was Devontae Levy. 2nd down for the Rampage. But that will do it for quarter number 1. We will flip ends of the field, folks. We'll be back for the beginning of the second quarter. Nighthawks lead 7-0 over the Midwest Rampage. Second quarter action about to get underway here from Tiffin. Your Nighthawks lead 7-0 over the home team, the Midwest Rampage, who are looking to get their first points since week 2. Krause takes a snap, finds his man, and Justin Maggard was able to haul him down. That was Preston Henderson on the reception end. Be 3rd down and 9 from the 31-yard line. Clay Krause is going to have 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Krause takes the snap, blitz up the middle, and Eli Emery finishes off the sack. Kevon Bickham back there to help with the support on the sack. and back that up a long way. 4th down for the Rampage. Loss of 9, 4th and 18. Ball will be at the 40. Rampage looking to go for it here, as they're going to keep the offense out there. Clay Krause takes the snap. Is in trouble! Down he goes again! Van Lovescott! With the sack to give the Nighthawks possession at the 44-yard line. Dylan Van Leuven back out there at quarterback. Get 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Puts Roberto Sentien in motion, and the Rampage jump offside. Clock will remain at 10:12 to go in the second quarter. Just move the ball up 5. They'll go from the 44 to the 49. And Dylan's going to have 2 receivers to each side of him this time once again. Dylan takes a snap. Deep shot to Roberto Sentien, and he just overthrows him. Maybe led him a little bit too far to the left. 2nd down and 5. It's the 2nd deep shot that the Nighthawks have tried to Roberto, and they just could not connect to him. 3rd time's the charm? I mean, I would love to see Roberto get back on the scoreboard. Okay. Dylan hands it off to Frederick Griggs. Griggs sheds a couple tacklers, but he doesn't get much farther. Be 3rd down and about 3. From 2nd and 5 to 3rd and 3. Ball will be on the opposite 49-yard line, so Nighthawks officially in Midwest Rampage territory. Dylan takes a snap. 2 receivers to each side of him. And Dylan Van Leuven's going to get sacked. Oh, no, he pitched it off. No, they are going to rule him down. So a loss of 7. Be 4th and 10. Carter Heasley is going to come on to punt for the Nighthawks. 8:46 to go here in the first half. Carter Heasley on to kick. Gets it clean, and he gets it away beautifully. It takes a It took a bounce right off a Nighthawk player, so it will be downed at the 24-yard line. It hit Samuel Smith in the shin as he tried to avoid basically hitting the ball. But then again, if he didn't avoid hitting it, it would have bounced. It would have taken a Midwest Rampage bounce. So Clay Krause takes the snap. It's going to be a quarterback keeper. Tries to find a lane. He does. And I think he ran into his own player. Either way, it's going to be a Rampage first down. That was Preston Henderson that Clay ran into. First and 10, ball will be at the 37-yard line. Krause's going to have three receivers all to the left side, and he's got a running back to the right. Krause takes the snap under a little bit of pressure from Eli Emery, and Krause's just going to throw the ball out at about the 39-yard line. Falls incomplete. Eli Emery giving chase to his former team. Second down. 7:22 left to go here in quarter number 2. Clay Krause breaks the huddle with two receivers to the left, one to the right. Krause, I don't know what just happened, but it'll be a loss of about 5, maybe 6, 7 yards. Devontae Levy had to make a play on it, or the Nighthawks would have had good field position. It'd be third down, and let's see what the scoreboard says here. 3rd and 18. I did not mean to pull up on my seat. Whoops. Kind of went for a ride going down, so. We don't really have a play clock here, so I wonder if it's just a mental thing that the refs are keeping track of. I'm assuming that but we don't really have a play clock to go off of. As Krause takes a snap, Eli Emery giving chase, and he tries to get it off to Henderson, and he drops it. And folks, we're going to have an injury timeout here. Clay Krause's down on the left side. 6:18 left to go. And it looks like Eli Emery's down too. Eli does get back to his feet. That's good. That's good news for the Nighthawks. But Clay Krause's still down. Yeah, it looks like a knee injury. Give us a moment, folks. We'll be right back. That was Isaac Hahn that's injured actually for the Midwest Rampage. So apologies on the incorrect name, folks. And it looks like, and that was actually the quarterback. So we're gonna have a new quarterback in for the Rampage. We'll figure out who that is in just a second whenever I can get a name for you guys. That's gonna be Aneri Jones at quarterback. Oh no, wait. Oh, actually no, correction. It's 4th down, so it'll be a punt situation for the Rampage. Ball's on the ground! And it's going to be excellent field position for the Nighthawks! Snap was low. It went through the 5-hole of the punter, and the Nighthawks will now have excellent field position inside the Jersey Freeze red zone at about the 7 or 8 yard line. 7 yard lines where they mark it down. 1st and 10 for the 1st and goal for the Nighthawks, as they look to pad their lead with 6:11 to go here in the quarter. Dylan Van Leuven. He's got Frederick Griggs as a running back. Tate Gillespie's just off the line to the left. And that is Roberto Sentian out on the right. Hand off to Frederick Griggs. And he sheds a couple tackles. And he's in the end zone! Touchdown, Nighthawks, Frederick Griggs! Carter Heasley on for the PAT. Tate Gillespie the holder. Snap's good. Hold's good. Kick is good. So 14-0 as the Nighthawks jump out to a quick 2-score lead here just under halfway through the second quarter. Just under 6 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Nighthawks up 14-0 over the home side Midwest Rampage, who have now gone, and I don't like bringing this up to all the Rampage fans that are watching this, but have now gone 9 quarters scoreless. Carter Heasley. Good boot. Back to the end zone. It'll be a touchback. What a kick by Carter Heasley. Ball will be placed at the 20-yard line. Be 1st and 10 for the Midwest Rampage. Starting to cool off here up in the press box here at Clear Creek, Amana. Not cool enough, fast enough though. I can definitely say that. It's not cool enough that fast enough, but hey, we work with what we got. Okay, that kid just did a nice little trick with the. He's flipping the. He's flipping the down marker. That's actually kind of funny. Hey, there's a blooper for you folks for the INH Squawk Box. All right, who we got at quarterback now? It is Kendall Jones. So Kendall takes the snap, looks to the left, looks to his right. He's got Craig Willingham the second, and he's been swarmed by his other number 3 counterpart on the Nighthawks. That's Frederick Griggs. And Jesse Quayle on the stop. He's 2nd down and 8 from the 22. I did not mean to hit the microphone, folks. I apologize. 5:22 to go here in the 2nd quarter. As Jones directs his line a little bit as the Nighthawks show blitz. They don't bring much. And Frederick Griggs with the interception! Frederick Griggs with the interception for the Nighthawks. They're back in business on offense at up the 37-yard line. Dylan Van Leuven's gonna be back on offense. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Dylan takes the snap, rolls to the right, deep shot down the field. Roberto Santana! Touchdown, Iowa! "37-yard bomb! And the Nighthawks open it up. It's 20-0. One play is all that drive took for the Nighthawks to get back into the end zone. Carter Heasley. Glassby the holder. Snaps good. Holds good. And the kick is blocked. But it's picked up. Is he in for 2? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That's a live ball. That's a live ball. A block punt, if it doesn't go past the line of scrimmage, that's a live ball. That should have been a live play. What is going on here? Josh Christensen out there talking with the head official. Well, the kick is blocked. And they blew the whistle to blow the play dead. I don't know why they did, but blow the play dead. PAT's no good. So it will remain 20-0. And to be quite honest, I don't know why they blew the whistle. Carter Heasley tries an onside kick, and it does not get the 10 yards. So the Rampage will start in Nighthawk territory. Third time that they've been on the Nighthawk side of the field all day. Ball will be placed at the 49 where the ball was recovered as the onside almost made the 10 yards required for the kicking team to recover it. Quarterback takes a snap. Gonna hand it off. That's Craig Willingham the second. And no, gets about a yard, maybe two. Now they're gonna give him 3. 4:36 to go. Clock remains will continue to run. Rampage, break the huddle, go 2 right, 1 left. Aneri Jones takes the snap, blitz up the middle, pass is... Wait a minute. What's the ruling here? Because the Rampage player came up, it's a catch, and the Rampage will maintain possession. So it'll be a first down for the Rampage. And the chains will move. And we now have laundry on the field. I do not know who that was on. I saw a flag get thrown. I wonder if it was a sideline warning. I'm being... Pass is thrown deep. It falls incomplete at about the 3-yard line. Be second down and 10 from the 34-yard line. And we do have an ambulance showing up to grab Isaac Hahn from the game. Aneri Jones on the snap, he dropped the ball. It'll be third down and about 13. Aneri Jones and Eli Emery is going to give 5 free yards back to the Rampage. Offsides on the Rampage. It'll remain third down. But it will go from 3rd and 13 to 3rd and 8. Ball will be at the 32-yard line. Minute 57 to go here in the first half. Nighthawks almost jump again. Jones takes a snap. Tahan Fountain tries to put on the pressure. Pass over the middle. Frederick Griggs with the interception! His second interception of the day! And the Nighthawks will start at the 20. Frederick Griggs with 2 interceptions on the day. So Frederick Griggs' day so far, 2 interceptions and a touchdown run. I'd say that's a pretty good day at the office. If you ask if I were to say so myself. Dylan Van Leuven's going to move Tommy Lagarde out to the side, and I think we're going to get a Nighthawk timeout. We are. So the Nighthawks have used their second timeout of the half. Minute 35 to go. Both teams have one timeout remaining. Dylan Van Leuven's going to have two receivers to the right, two to the left as we're back from the timeout. Takes a snap, blitz up the middle. Dylan rolls to the right, and he's going to just check it out of bounds. Tommy Lagarde was in the vicinity. Minute 30 left to go here in the first half. Second and 10. Ball will be at the 20-yard line. Dylan goes the same formation as the last play. Two receivers to each side. Lone man in the gun. Dylan's going to take the snap. Going to roll to the right. He's got Kevon Bickham right there. He does get it to Kevon Bickham. But gets taken down about 3 yards upfield to be third down and about 7. Did they give him 4? I think they did. They did give him 4. So it's third down and 6 from the 24-yard line. 1 minute left to go here in the first half. Dylan takes the snap. Passes it over. That's Roberto Santian. He sheds one tackle. Santian tries to shed a second one. He's going to get taken down at the 45-yard line. The Nighthawks are wanting to go quick here. Clock will stop for the chains to get reset. No, actually, the Nighthawks are going to take their final timeout of the half. So Nighthawks have no timeouts on the scoreboard. 34 seconds left to go here in the first half as the Nighthawks talk over their game plan. Maybe another deep shot. They did have one 45-yard pass play where Kevon Bickham did a Houdini act down the sideline back in Newton against the Rampage. Dylan Van Leuven's going to come out with a 3 receiver to the right with 1 to the left look. Lone man in the gun is Dylan. Takes the snap. Blitz from the right side. Dylan's going to just heave it up for grabs, and it's dropped! That was Hunter Holt with a chance to intercept it, and he drops an easy breadbasket of a catch. 26 seconds left to go. Be second and 10 from the 45. And the Nighthawks will have another chance to talk over a play here. Update on the Isaac Hahn situation. You guys cannot see it. It is just below where the camera can't see it. Isaac Hahn looks like is going to be taken to a local hospital. I'm assuming he's going to be taken to the one out in Iowa City. That's the closest city that has a hospital. So, best of luck for Isaac Hahn as he will be taken to a hospital momentarily. Flag on the field, and the Nighthawks did jump the gun just a little bit. Back it up 5. It'll go from the 45 to the 40. Be 2nd and 15. Dylan's going to have another, again, lone man in the gun. Dylan with 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. So basically flip of the last couple of plays. Dylan rolls to the right, throws over the middle, and it's caught! Frederick Griggs sheds 1! Sheds 2! Almost sheds 3! And he gets hauled down at the 26-yard line. 15 seconds to go, but there is laundry? It's a holding call on the Nighthawks, so none of that play just happened. Wipe your memory. You saw nothing, folks. 15 seconds to go. It'll be 2nd and 25. Where are they moving the ball? Okay, I was right. 2nd and 25. I don't know why that took so long but Dylan takes a snap, pitches over the middle, caught by Kevon Bickham. Bickham has an umpire in front of him, sheds it, makes a man break his ankles, and he's gonna get taken out of bounds, and a flag is thrown! 1 second to go, and if this is a defensive penalty, the clock will stop automatically. What do we got here? It looks like it is going to be on the Rampage. I'm assuming unnecessary roughness. After the play, personal foul on the Rampage. So that will be a defensive penalty. So add 15 yards to the end of the play. So the Nighthawks will have a nice shot at the end zone here. As Isaac Hahn officially gets stretchered off to the hospital. They don't have a timeout. Oh, wait, no, the Nighthawks do have a timeout. They used their final timeout of the half. Okay, so a little confusion up here in the press box. Me and my 2 helpers know the Nighthawks don't have a timeout left. Yet, they called the timeout. So, I don't know what the heck just happened. But, anyway, 1 second left. Clock's not going to run. This will be the final play of the half. Dylan's going to have 3 receivers to the left. As he takes a snap, Tate's going to be a blocker. Dylan's going to just heave it downfield. It's going to fall incomplete. And that will wrap up the first half here from Tiffin, Iowa, folks. 20-0 as Frederick Griggs. Highlight of the first half. Or the star player of the first half. He's got He's got 2 interceptions and a score as the Nighthawks take a 20-0 lead into the half. 15 minutes on the clock, folks. We will be back for the second half once that clock expires. So, enjoy the half. Grab some popcorn. Make a hot dog. I don't know. Get some food. Make yourself something. Make something for dinner because we're in for a doozy of a second half, folks. We'll be back for the second half. second half about to get going here in Tiffin, Iowa. Trevor Ricci up here in the broadcast booth of Clear Creek Amana High School, home of the Clippers. And I will definitely say the Clear Creek Amana Clippers have a nice little sailboat of a logo. Heck, even you can even see the far side of the field, it even says "Raise the Sails" as their slogan. So cannot definitely go wrong. It's actually also a unique name because even in like the Des Moines area, there's not even a team called the Clippers. It's Maroons, Tigers, Rams, Warriors, Wolves, Hawks, Jaguars. Like you got all of these animal names in the Des Moines area. You come out here to dang near Iowa City, you got a team that's named after a ship. A sea ship. And that is awesome. 12 minutes on the clock. We get ready to start quarter number 3 and half number 2. As the Nighthawks look to improve to 4-1 and the Rampage look to just get in the win column. Quarter number 3 about to get underway. Carter with the boot away, and we're underway for half number 2. Return from just outside the 10-yard line. He's going to bounce to the sideline, tries to go upfield, and Carter Heasley says, "Get on the sideline!" The kicker pushing the returner out of bounds and flexing on him. Man, you love to see it. Rampage will start with the ball to open half number 2. They actually opened up with the ball with half number 1 with a surprising onside kick that caught, I'm pretty sure, the entire stadium off guard. Aneri Jones puts a receiver out to the left, a receiver to the right. He's got a running back to his left. Jones takes a snap, quarterback keeper, and Devontae Humphrey with a takedown with assists from Jesse Quayle. And number 32 for the Nighthawks. I think that's Ty Nelson at 32. If I remember correctly, because I know that I have a roster that I changed Tyrannus to from, he was 25 and he went to 32. Because there isn't another 25 out there. Anyway, Jones takes the snap, throws it right. Craig Willingham the second gets double teamed by Frederick Griggs and Tahan Fountain. And will be taken down at the 45. It'll be 3rd and 5 for the Rampage. Aneri's going to roll receiver out to the right and a receiver to the left. Willingham is on the far side of the field, and Preston Henderson here on the short side. He also rolls But no, Willingham is actually right in between the line and the receiver near side. Pass over the middle, and it's knocked away by Jesse Quayle. The intended receiver was Devontae Levy. I was going to mention who the receiver was, but play started, so. All's all does well. 9:52 to go here in the second quarter, or the third quarter. I'm losing track of quarters now. Scoreboard operator, I'm not even going to get into that. Two receivers to the left side, one to the right. It is Preston Henderson and Craig Willingham, and Preston jumps. So back it up, 5, be 4th and 10. Ball V from the 40, and they're going to bring on, looks like the kicking team. Hunter Holtz out there to kick the ball off to the Nighthawks. Clock's going to run, so 9:52 with the clock running. Frederick Griggs back to receive for the Nighthawks. Punt just barely gets away. And the ball will die at the 34-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Nighthawks, their first possession of the second half, with 9:30 to go here in the quarter number 3. Stadium lights have officially come on, folks. This game might actually end under the lights, just like our second game of the season against the Tri-State Tridents. Which that's what next week's game's going to be, out in Walt Hill, Nebraska. A rematch to hopefully put the Nighthawks back in contention for the second seed of our conference. Stream time for that will actually start at 1:30. That's actually going to be our second and final day game of the year. So be ready for that. Dylan Van Leuven's going to roll quarterback in the backfield only. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. They've been running that look all game. Passes out to Justin Maggard, and Maggard's going to break free! Or Peyton Stovers! To the end zone! 35 yards, or not, wait. 65-yard bomb to Peyton Stovers, and he burns the Rampage for a touchdown. Just like the one drive. 35 yards one way. This time, same yardage, same exact line or yard marker, reversed. And a jump offside for the Rampage. And that might give the Nighthawks an idea to go for it go for 2 here. Nope, they are going to leave. They are going to leave Carter Heasley out there. Take Glassby the holder. This will be an 18-yard PAT now. Snap is good. Hold's good. kick is away. And it's true. 27-0. The Nighthawks not repeating what they did the last time these two teams met, but almost to a degree. They're doing pretty good. 27-0, 9:18 to go. As Peyton Strovers finds the end zone once again in the 2025 SPFL season for your Iowa Nighthawks. Carter Heasley kicks the ball back to the Rampage as it's fielded at the 10. Nice little hole. And Craig Willingham II just could not find any more running room. He got out to the 43-yard line. Nice return, though. 34-yard return, but there's a penalty marker down. We got the penalty marker for. Hold up. Where's it going? Was there not something yellow on the field? I must be seeing things because I swear I saw a penalty flag, but I guess not. 33 yards on the return for Craig Willingham II. As the Rampage look to find some spark in their offense. Now, it's funny enough, the last time I said something about sparking the offense, the Nighthawks got a strip sack for a touchdown, and that was against Tri-State. So, coincidence? Jones takes the snap, hands it off to Willingham II, and he gets about 6 yards on the play. He's second down and 4. What a catch. I don't know, you guys couldn't see that. Or you might have actually. The gentleman holding the first down aspect of the chains had a nice little one-handed grab. As Craig Willingham takes a handoff, and he's going to get just enough for a Rampage first down. Don Fountain ran him out of bounds. First and 10 from the Nighthawk 47-yard line for the Rampage. Jones takes a snap. Hands it off to Willingham again, and Devontae Humphrey just says, "You need a bear hug." Gives him the biggest bear hug that Willingham will probably ever get. I'm kidding, by the way. He's probably gotten better bear hugs. $7:42 to go here in the third quarter. Nighthawks up 27-0. Jones has two receivers to the right. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, throws right, has a man open, and it's going to be caught! Taken all the way, and he's marked down at the 1. Devontae Levi puts the Rampage in business to end their shutout streak at 10 quarters. First and goal from the 1 for the Rampage. Closest they've been to the end zone all game. Can they punch it in? Or will the Nighthawks get another defensive gem of a stop? Takes the snap. Fakes the handoff. Tries to break out to the right. And he gets pushed out at the 2. And the ref falls, and something exploded down there on the sideline where the ref went down. It looked like a water bottle. And I'm not even kidding you. Finally getting a breeze up here in the press box. Quarterback takes a snap, tries to hand it off, does not, but he does waltz into the end zone, and the Rampage are on the board. That was Clay Krause. And the Rampage are finally on the board against the Nighthawks in this season. Clay Krause. Two-point attempt here. Falls incomplete. So the Rampage end their shutout streak at 10 quarters with scoring in the third quarter of today's ball game, but cannot complete their two-point try. It is 27-6 in favor of the Nighthawks. Want to thank some sponsorships while we wait for the kickoff to happen. PJ's Deli, Livy. I think I've always pronounced this right. I think it's Livy Cakes Confections. And what do we got here? Oh! We have an offside on the kicking team. Back to sponsorship. Thanking of our sponsors, Jersey Freeze Ice Cream out of Monroe, Iowa. Donnie's Disposal, Prodigy X, the official jersey provider of your Iowa Nighthawks. Riggs Printing, Branding Promotion. Ace, Cybernetics, Four Seasons Sports Bar and Grill, and Christy Tar and Zip In Mini Mart. Thank you for sponsoring your Iowa Nighthawks for the 2025 SPFL season. Frederick Griggs on the return. Still going. Finally gets taken down at about the 43, 42-yard line. And they're going to mark him at the 42, so the Nighthawks will start in Midwest Rampage territory. 1st and 10. Looks like we have another Rampage player down on the sideline, I think, folks. Yeah, I think we have a Rampage player down on the Nighthawks sideline. A lot of the players from both sides are now just kind of pacing back and forth as we wait to see if the Rampage player can get on his feet. Well, he's moving around. They do help him to his feet. Is he able to walk under his own power? That's the question here now. He is walking under his own power with a little bit of a limp. That's Kendall Jones. It's walking with a little bit of a limp as he slowly makes his way to the sideline. Nighthawks start with the ball 1st and 10, 6:18 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Dylan Van Leuven, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. And he's going to hand it off. Mason Russell with a nice little run, about 8 yards, 2nd and 2. Ball will be at the 35-yard line. Dylan Van Leeuwen breaks the huddle, puts for 2 receivers to the right with 1 to the left. We've got Tommy Lagarde and Roberto Santillan out here on the near side. And that's Tate Gillespie on the left. It's going to be another handoff to Mason Russell, and he's going to get down to about the 19-yard line. So into the Jersey Freeze red zone. Go the Nighthawks. This will be 1st and 10, 5:19 to go as the clock continues to run. Dylan's going to have the same look. Hands it off to Russell again. And he's down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. Mason Russell on a mission to get himself into the end zone, and I don't blame him one bit. Same look as before. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Mason Russell at running back. Dylan Van Leeuwen. Does he change it up here? Or do they keep it to Mason? They're going to keep it to Mason, but the Rampage read it at that time. A loss of about 5. Actually, not 5. Loss of about 2. Maybe only 1. Yeah, they only lost at 1, so 2nd down and 8. Dylan's going to have the same look. Takes the snap. Pass. Tommy Lagarde. Touchdown! Nighthawks! Tommy Lagarde. Welcome back onto the score sheet. Welcome back to the score sheet. Tommy Lagarde was held off the score sheet last out in Blairsburg. That's his 4th of the last 5 games that the Nighthawks have played. Tommy Lagarde has found the end zone. We have flag on the field. Illegal substitution on the Nighthawks, so back it up 5. As this will now be a PAT attempt from the 15-yard line, so a 25-yard PAT attempt. Maybe 26. I'll give him 25 and a half and call it even. Tate Gillespie the holder. Snap's good. Hold is good. And they get a block again. And, okay, so they did rule it dead. So the same situation that happened earlier in the game where the play got ruled dead after the block, same thing happens here. So no harm, no foul. PAT no good. It is 33-6. Wow, not Tommy Lagarde. Carter Heasley back on to kick the ball back to the Midwest Rampage. And the kick is away. Picked up just inside the 10-yard line and taken down at the 25. Dagon Michaels was the return man that caught that for the Rampage. .335 to go here in the third quarter. 33-6 in favor of your Nighthawks. Clay Krause. A lot of movement, no flag though. Craig Willingham tries to shed Frederick Griggs, cannot do it. But they do give him about a yard or two. Yeah, 2nd down and 9. Three minutes to go here in the third quarter. Two receivers are going to jump out to the right side for the Rampage. Two running back look. Krause throws it over to the right. It's caught, but met with three different Nighthawks to force the stop. Jaden Fisher Gould was one of the Nighthawks that was down there. I'd say I think Justin Maggard was there as well. Actually, no. That's 60. Quarterback takes a snap. Craig Willingham's just going to get blown up in the backfield. That's Frederick Griggs. What has Frederick not done today? That's a tackle for loss for Frederick Griggs. Minute 40 to go here in the third quarter. Frederick Griggs, have yourself a game, my friend. Clay Krause, two receivers to the right. Another two running back look. Takes a snap, looks right, has his man, and he gets taken down out of bounds at about the 39-yard line. Dagon Michaels on the reception of that pass. It'll be 3rd down and 8. Minute 8 to go on the clock. Clock will start on the snap. Clay Krause takes the snap. Throws right, overthrows his receiver. Dagon Michaels, the intended receiver. 4th down and 8 coming for the Rampage. 4th and 8, and the Rampage are going to go for it. Clay Krause is going to roll 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Devin Levi, Craig Willingham the second, and then 1 receiver out to the, and then 1 receiver was here on the left side. Krause tries to direct traffic, throws over his receiver. It's incomplete. The Nighthawks will take over 1st and 10 from the 39 of Midwest. .55 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. Nighthawks have the ball once again. Three receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Back to the single man backfield for the Nighthawks. Dillon takes a snap. Quick pass to Kevon Bickham. Bickham's going to bounce to the middle of the field. Kevon Bickham almost turns on the Jets to burn the Rampage. Gets down to the 20. First and 10 from the Jersey Freeze red zone. Right at the Jersey Freeze red zone. Try to get some score updates for you as we progress, as we get ready to start the 4th quarter. Hopefully I have some response for you guys here momentarily. 32 seconds to go. Dillon takes the snap, looks right again. Kevon Bickham with the reception. A lane opens up near the middle of the field, and Kevon Bickham's going to get down to the 11-yard line. And we're off to quarter number 4. Nighthawks lead 33-6. As we're getting ready to close out our week 6 matchup here for the SPFL out here in Tiffin, Iowa. Back in a moment, folks. Two score updates to give for you from the SPFL slate tonight. The Sioux Empire Crusaders shut out the Austin Hitman by a score of 75-0. And the other game out of the North Conference, the Mountain Lake Lakers 65, Watertown Rebels 8. That is a final. There's one game going right now that started before ours. That is the Tri-State Tridents and the Midwest Raptors. There is a game that started an hour after us that is currently going. That is the Central Iowa Chiefs and the Northwest Iowa Lightning. So, whenever I can get a score update for either one of those 3 games, I will provide that for you. Dylan takes the snap, looks over the middle. Come on, Bickham! Hauls it in! That's a Nighthawk touchdown! "12-yard passing play from Dylan Van Leuven to Kevon Bickham. He's back in the end zone once again. We got a timeout by the Nighthawks. It looks like Josh Christensen has told the clock operator once the kickoff happens, it will be a running clock for the remainder of the game, folks. Tate Glassby, the holder. Carter Heasley, the kicker. Snap is good. Holds good. Kick on the way. And he pushed it right. So it's 39-6. As I'm pretty sure we're going to have a running clock for the remainder of the quarter, folks. Carter Heasley to kick the ball back to the Rampage. 11:52 to go in the ball game. We are finally into the fourth quarter, and Heasley will kick the ball away. Clock starts here. Tries to run right and gets taken down, and the clock is going to run. So we have a running clock for the remainder of the ball game, folks. So this game will be done in 11 minutes, in 11 and a half minutes. Hey, at least I know one good thing about the game being done this late. I won't have to drive with the sun blaring in my eyes. Because I got to go back west as soon as we're done here. Well, actually, I'm probably going to go over to this gas station that I see over here to my right, but that's beside the point. We got a football game to finish first before I even talk about that. Quarterback takes the snap, hands it off to Craig Willingham. Willingham's going to run back to the left. Gets chased down by two Nighthawk players, and there's a flag that gets thrown. Clock will continue to run. As I await the penalty, I didn't see what the flag was. $10 left to go. Personal foul. It's a face mask on the Rampage. So the down will count. It'll be a 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Are they? Wait. No, they didn't. Did they? No. No, the drive did not. The down did not count. So it'll be 1st and 25 from the 16-yard line for the Midwest Rampage. Clay Krause takes the snap. Under pressure, he's got three Nighthawks chasing him. He throws it to the right side, and he overthrows his receiver. Devontae Levy. Clay Krause got a receiver to the left, a receiver to the right, two running back look. Hands it up to Craig Willingham. Willingham sheds a tackle. Runs to the right side. He's trying to get up the sideline, and he gets shoved out of bounds by Kane Krizik. 7:30 to go here in the ball game, folks. Apologies for the language, folks. There's a flag on the field. And it's going to be a personal foul on Iowa. So it will add 15 yards to the end of the play, as we're down to 6.5 minutes to go from Tiffin. First and 10 from the Nighthawk 35-yard line. Now, I'll definitely throw this fact at you guys. The only team to score more than once against the Nighthawks this season so far was the Tri-State Tridents in that Week 2 matchup. Rampage looking to do just that. As a blitz up the middle, and the pass just falls short of Preston Henderson. It'll be 2nd down and 10 from the 35. Clock does continue to run. 5.5 to go here in the ball game. I mean, unless a team's willing to call a timeout to try it. I mean, unless the Rampage are willing to call a timeout here, I don't think they have any intentions of doing that. Ball apparently came out. I was looking down, I was getting a score update. And the Nighthawks have recovered a fumble, folks. So anyway, that one score update that I was trying to that I forgot for you. Up in Sioux Center, the Central Iowa Chiefs at the start of the 4th quarter to lead the Northwest Iowa Lightning by a score of 26-0. So the Lightning are also kind of having some struggle on offense this weekend. As Frederick Griggs is going to play quarterback for a second. As he pitches the ball forward, it was a kind of like a sidearm pass. It falls incomplete. Clock will continue running. 3:30 to go here in the quarter. As the Nighthawks are just looking to basically end this ball game right here, essentially. So Frederick Griggs is actually going to play quarterback for the rest of this game. Not even going to lie. I think he's done everything. Griggs takes the snap. He's going to run. Sheds one tackle. Sheds another. Gets taken down right at the first down marker, but there is some laundry on the field. It's going to be a chop block on the Nighthawks. So that down doesn't even count. $2:30 left to go here in the ball game, folks. Frederick Griggs at quarterback. 2 receivers to each side. Griggs. Pass out. Kevon Pick. What a move by Kevon Pickup. Tries to go up the sideline. And he goes out of bounds. Clock will remain running. 2:10 to go. 1st and 10 with 2 minutes left on the clock. Frederick Griggs. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. And we got Laundry on the field. False start on the Nighthawks, so back it up 5. Minute 20 to go in the ball game. Give some thank yous here as we get closer to the end of this ball game. We'd like to thank Clear Creek Amana High School for providing their football field for today. Also, excellent Wi-Fi to stream today's game. Not even going to lie. Frederick Griggs, deep shot. Tommy LaGuardi catches it! And he steps out of bounds. 50 seconds left. Can the Nighthawks actually put the ball in the end zone? Frederick Griggs is already player of the game. I'm saying that now. But can Frederick Griggs get a passing touchdown? Griggs throws it out to Roberto and he drops it. 30 seconds left. $20 seconds left. They are wanting a Frederick Griggs touchdown pass. And to be honest, I'm all for it too here. 10 seconds left. Griggs. Flag on the field. And that is going to prevent what would have been a kind of an awesome Let's see what the flag is for. False start on the Nighthawks. Penalties declined. And the game is over. So it prevents what would have been an incredible term of events as the Iowa Nighthawks come up to Tiffin, Iowa, and they improve to 4-1 on the season. Frederick Griggs, player of the game. I'm just going to say that now. Yeah, Frederick Griggs, player of the game. Frederick Griggs, player of the game. He had 2 interceptions, a touchdown, and 1 known, of my knowledge, tackle for loss. What a game by number 3 in yellow today for your Iowa Nighthawks. Scoring review as we get ready to wrap things up here. First half started out slow. Dylan Van Leuven decided to call his number for a 3-yard run. That moved the score from 0-0 to 7-0. Second quarter, the Nighthawks were able to find the end zone twice. Frederick Griggs, his first touchdown of the game, a 7-yard run. A 7-yard run. Kick was good. 14-0 for the Nighthawks. And then Dylan Van Leuven found Roberto Santian for a 37-yard touchdown pass. The PAT ended up being blocked, so 20-0. And that's how your first half ended. Second half started off in favor of the Nighthawks. A 21-yard pass. A 65-yard pass from Dylan Van Leuven to Peyton Strovers. One play, basically, was all that took on that drive. Moved the score to 27-0. And the Midwest Rampage finally ended their shutout bid. A 2-yard run by Clay Krause. 2-point attempt ended up being no good, 27-6. And then the Nighthawks scored the last 2 times. No scores happened. Actually, one score did happen here in the fourth quarter. I just forgot to mark it. Dylan Van Leuven to Tommy Lagarde. Tommy, welcome back to the scoring sheet, my man. An 8-yard passing touchdown. PAT ended up being blocked once again. And finally, to round out the scoring, the Nighthawks quarterback Dylan Van Leuven found Kevon Bickham for a 12-yard passing touchdown, moving the score from 33-6 to 39-6. PAT ends up being no good. Like I said, player of the game has got to go to Frederick Griggs, folks. What a game that he had today. That was incredible. That was fun to call. Colby Cook operated the scoreboard. Michaela Fetters helped out with the camera. Want to thank both of those two once again for coming out to help me out this week. Mark Mackerman, thank you for giving me the opportunity. All of our sponsors, thank you for sponsoring us for the 2025 SPFL season. This is Trevor Raichi signing off from Tiffin, Iowa. Final score one more time. Your Iowa Nighthawks 39 and the Midwest Rampage 6. That's all for week 6, folks. Until we see each other out in Walt Hill, Nebraska. Good night, and have a great weekend, and have a great week.